Hello everybody, I'm in Upper Bidwell. It is a wonderful Friday morning and I'm just gonna go for a little walk. It is nice sunny weather and I look forward to hearing what I've got to say on this walk. So yeah, it is interesting how not knowing what I'm going to say makes me certain that I will be saying something new. It's interesting how this immediately results in a silence. And by silence I simply mean that I'm not saying anything. Of course, I still say something. But you know, it's also funny that I can say something and still not say anything. And I'm different in that sense from most people, because most people, they pretend to be saying a lot when in fact they're saying nothing. And I'm saying nothing, or I'm not saying, I may be saying, I'm not pretending to say a lot, and yet I do say a lot. I know that I'm saying a lot. I know that this is a big deal. This is so crucially important that we are able to do this. Not just me, everybody is able to do this. Hello. It's so nice to walk here and to just enjoy the outdoors. And to see the whole field here is green. I'm sure that pretty soon it's full of flowers again here. That's the typical spring. Spring is full of flowers here in California. And I have this spring feeling myself, as if I am about to open up again, like nature is opening up again. Yeah. Here are a couple of nice rocks. Oh yeah, there's a little bench there, a little further down this path. And I'll be sitting on that bench in a little while, soaking up some sun. And today in this video I'm going to do my very best to say nothing. To say nothing by saying something. To say something about saying nothing. Yeah. Sometimes I just feel like I want to do my best, you know. This is kind of like the ultimate unscripted speech. Oh, it's so nice. Look how pleasant it is here. This big open space. Oops. Oh, I almost tripped over a rock. Yeah, there it is. There's my little bench. I'm right here to sit there by myself under this huge tree. Isn't that a big one? How are you doing? Hi. That is beautiful. I'll take off my cap just to let the sun shine on my head. I'll be working shortly. You know, I start at 12:30, so I've got late shift today. But for now, I'm just sitting here enjoying the sun. It feels so good. I hear a woodpecker. I don't see it, but it must be sitting somewhere in the tree. Isn't that great? Isn't it great to just be free and to be completely unburdened? Maybe somebody tell Kamala Harris about that. She was also talking about being unburdened by what has been or something like that. It is all such a joke now, you know, how she was talking, this woman. Oh, you know, this is also, my video is also kind of like hopefully somebody will hear this on the left and you realize like, okay, here is a conservative. I'm a conservative. Yeah, I voted for Trump. I'm voting for, you know, closing the borders, and I'm voting for, yeah, that we are not having all these weird things going on that have been going on under Harris and Biden, and I'm voting for Trump for normalcy and for decency and for, but also recognize that right now the left is inciting violence. It is just horrific how that is. How they are screaming and, yeah, literally calling for violence. It is unbelievable. It is just unbelievable. But do you hear me? Do you see me? Can you feel that I'm not violent? I mean, what is wrong with these people on the left that they can be so angry and so frustrated and so disconnected from reality, that they are like that? Because that is really what they are. they are frustrated that their views turn out to be false. That is really what's going on. Unwilling to admit that what they have said, what they have believed was just wrong. It was false. It was nonsense. Yeah. There's no way in which any of these beliefs can be continued. Oh, because there's just no truth to it. And so when you begin to speak and listen to yourself, you cannot go on like that. When you begin to talk with yourself and listen to yourself, you realize, like, wow, I was saying all kinds of things, or I was believing all kinds of things, but it was not true. To recover from our beliefs, we have to hear ourselves say that these beliefs are not true. So to recover from our beliefs, which is just another reference to our inner language, we believe that we have language going on inside of us. That's what we call our thinking in our mind. So to recover from what we believe to be true, we have to say to ourselves what is true, hear what is true, if it is true. If it is true, it relaxes you. If it is true, it makes you feel at ease. It makes you feel at home. But if it is not true, you keep feeling stirred up, you keep feeling pissed off, you keep feeling frustrated and sad, and you keep feeling conflicted and troubled. So when you hear all that, you stop doing that. And then you will hear yourself and hear your embodied language. You are just speaking your truth. Hello. I see that your dog took a dive in the mud or so.
Yes.
They like to do that,
I
huh?
was actually just looking up the dog washing facility at Petco.
Uh-oh.
Because the house that we just moved into, it's not easy to get him into a tub or something.
Oh, right.
So, yeah, he wanted to lay down in the puddle all the way, and I caught him about halfway.
Ay, ay, ay.
He loves laying in the water.
Yeah. I have a friend who has a Labradoodle, and his dog was doing exactly the same.
I try to avoid the trails around the pond,
yeah.
But he finds any puddle.
Inevitable, yeah. It's what they like to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Have a great day.
You too.
Aye. Yeah. The lady's poodle, she was all muddy and dirty. Had obviously been swimming around in a pool of mud. Yeah. So, as I was saying, When you begin to talk with yourself about your so-called beliefs, you will hear what is true and what is not. And you can say for yourself whether it is true, because it is true. You can actually say the truth and feel good about saying the truth. But you cannot feel good about saying something which is not true. You are just claiming it. You're just pretending that it is true. You are just asserting it. You are just tenaciously repeating it. But that's not how embodied language works. So, are you willing to sort of just sort it out and talk with yourself and say like, well, and now I hear myself. Now I start to feel really happy. Now I start to, hi, start to feel really good and really calm and peaceful. Now I speak my truth. That's your truth. And yeah, if your truth is, if it is true for you that you are troubled, then speaking about your trouble is your truth. Yeah? If your truth is that you are hurt, that you feel threatened, or that you feel lost, you feel worried, stressed, then you need to listen to that. You need to listen to your worry. You need to listen to your stress. You need to listen to your pain. You need to listen to yourself. And when you do that, when you continue to express what is going on with you, honestly, not moving away from it, moving into it. Yeah, why are you feeling so troubled? Why do you not feel happy? Why are you so upset? Why can't you find peace in your life? Why can you not be, I don't know, if you want to have a relationship, why don't you have a relationship? Or maybe you can stand being alone, but why can't you stand being alone? You need to let yourself know. And if you say what is true, it liberates you and you will feel good about it. You will feel even good about expressing your deepest pain or your biggest problem. But it feels good to just say it. It feels good to have acknowledged it, to have accepted it, and to have given yourself a start into, getting your feet on the ground in reality. Your language is expressing your reality. And either it does that or it doesn't. And if it does, you have, like I have, embodied language. If it doesn't, you sound horrible. You feel terrible. Everything is negative. And you make all kinds of claims and you make all kinds of connections which are problematic and which are overwhelming and just scattering, fragmenting. Hello. So you are, you could say also, you are with your disembodied language, you're all over the place. But once you have embodied language, once you have embodied language, you come together, you feel one again with yourself. Yeah, that's what that is. One. You can hear it in the sound of your voice. You can feel it in your body. That wow, I can say that. I can understand that.
Or Mike. Okay. I'm actually at the park right now.
I'm surprised there are so many people out here today. I've sat here only for a couple of minutes and already something like 10 people have passed by. But okay, yeah, it's a beautiful day. I'm just gonna continue walking because I hear this lady talk on her phone and I don't want to record her voice. So I just want to step outside of the range in which I can hear this person. It's amazing how a person like that is standing in close proximity to me and starts having a whole conversation with somebody on the phone while she can see me and she's actually looking in my direction while she's having this whole conversation meters away from me. I just go like, wow. Yeah. I don't want her to hear me, and I don't want to hear her either. Oh, you know what? I know that a little bit further down here on this path, there's another bench. Maybe I get to sit there again and soak up some more sun before I go to work. Here, look how beautiful this tree here is behind me. Big tree. Yeah, this is a very popular path. Now I hear that lady scream to her dog from far away. But yeah, you can tell that I was expressing something, of course, really peaceful also with you. Yeah, I was just beginning to sort of just let you feel the oh, look at a big bird flying there. You see that? A big eagle. Maybe you can see it there. It's going there. And then this lady came along, and then you can sense that, yeah, things are different, right? Because all of a sudden she's there, and yeah, very different from this other lady. This other lady with the poodle, with whom I had a little conversation. Yeah. Here, that's the Horseshoe Lake. It is. It's where I'm heading right now. Right. Yeah. There's my bench. I get to sit here for a little bit. I'm taking off my head again. I'm just gonna turn around a little bit. So nice, the open space. And you can hear that in the sound of your voice too, that you have that open space, that freedom. Yeah, I'll turn around again to show you the beauty of this lake behind me. Yeah. I hear some alarms going off in the distance. Here. Oh yeah. And then, yeah, there's so much to this, but I want to address this, that it is the truth, yeah? It is the truth that there is no language inside of you. It is the truth which you express. So even if you do not believe the truth, even if you still have the relentless fantasy of inner language, of having thought, yeah, you are used to disembodied language, and your disembodied language has given you this fantasy about inner language. And so you keep having this fantasy about inner language. Yeah, it is inevitable. That is your conditioning. So, but if you are going to say to yourself, with your peacefulness, if you're going to say to yourself, there is no inner language, if you say it, it's not that you start to believe it, but then it begins to percolate, it begins to penetrate, it's just like when you begin to express your reality all of a sudden begins to speak to you. And everything that you can experience is your reality. Everything. So now you let your reality of being affected by this fantasy of inner language, you let that reality speak to you. So for instance, you say to yourself things like, I'm thinking about this and this and that, and I am reminded of such and such, and even though I'm sitting here, or even though I'm not with this or that person, I'm still busy with him or with her because I feel upset or I feel stressed out about that person, or I feel frustrated with it. You see what I'm saying? And so you are expressing your inner language, right? What you could refer to as inner language, but there is no inner language. And you are now saying that. And you're just actually beginning to pay attention to what's actually happening with you, which is that, your attention goes to this fantasy of your inner language, in which you carry around all kind of stressing experiences and all kind of frustrations and all kind of feelings of dissatisfaction and worry and resentment and aggression. But when you say it, it starts to speak to you. How do you feel about your hate? How do you feel about your lack of motivation? How do you feel about your failures? About your lack of confidence? How do you feel about that? How do you feel about what you're always feeling? And what can you say about that? And then when you say what you feel, you start to we say you start to think about what you feel, but when you talk about your feeling, you become rational about your feeling, strangely enough. So although I say, how do you feel? When you begin to speak about it, you become realistic about it. You begin to actually reason about what it is and why it is. And then you hear also the difference when you say what is true, or when you're just grasping for something, you're just trying so hard to understand it, trying so hard to, to do the right thing, or to remain on top of it, to be in control, or to, you're working on yourself, or you're working so hard, and you're never satisfied. And yet, when you say it, you suddenly feel satisfied. When you hear yourself say it, you suddenly realize that you've said something which is true about you. And you realize, like, wow, that is good that I said that. It's good that I let myself know. And then this spaciousness, of this, open area, it's so nice. And this is the spaciousness of who you are when you are totally calm. And no, this has nothing to do with what you have said about this before. You don't achieve this by trying to be quiet. You don't achieve this by, trying to be meditative or trying to pray or whatever. All that is just preventing you from doing this. You bring your attention to your language. And then you begin to say what is true for you. And also what is not true. And you can laugh about it, or you can just realize how foolish you are. And then it's gone, then it's done. You are liberating yourself with your embodied language.